Today I'm going to be making beef bacon, not pork bacon, but beef bacon. So I have 10 pounds of beef belly or beef navel, and I actually bought this online. I wasn't able to find beef belly at any of my local grocery stores or butchers, so luckily I found it online, and this is actually an American Wagyu version of beef belly, so it should be really high quality, and so I'm excited to see how it turns out. The reason why I'm making beef bacon and not just eating pork bacon is because I am doing the carnivore diet right now, and a very strict version of the carnivore diet called the lion diet, and so all I eat is beef, salt, and water. Literally, that's all I eat. So I really miss the taste of like bacon and crispy things, so I went on a mission to find out how to make beef bacon. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just unwrap this. I'm not gonna cook the entire 10 pounds the first time just because I wanna make sure it turns out good before doing a really big batch. So I'm probably going to cut off about 2 or 3 pounds of this beef belly, and I'm going to add salt to it and cure it in the fridge for a couple of days. Typically people cure bacon in things like sugar and spices. Because I'm not having sugar or spices right now, I'm going to be curing it in just salt. So we're going to find out if that tastes good just with salt. I think it's going to taste great. I always use Redmond's real salt. It tastes amazing. It's really good for you. I'll put a link down below for that, but basically I just generously salted all sides of the beef belly and then put it into a plastic bag and into the fridge. Wow, look at the marbling. Definitely looks Wagyu. It was actually too big to fit in the bag, so I had to cut a little bit off, but then it just went into the fridge for a couple of days, and every day you just flip it over. Pretty simple. Okay, so it's been a couple of days, I think 2 days. I didn't want to leave it too long just because as you leave meat in the fridge, it kind of gets higher in histamines, which you may not be worried about, so you can leave it up to like 5 days. I'm just gonna take it out of this bag and let it get to room temperature, and we've heated up the smoker to 200 degrees, and we're just going to let it smoke until it gets to an internal temperature of 150 degrees. Make sure to probe your beef belly so that you can keep an eye on it and make sure it doesn't overcook. For me, I think I took about 3 to 4 hours to get to 150, but I'm sure that timing varies depending on how thick it is. Okay, wow, that looks amazing. And I actually did have a taste test of it just straight out of the smoker, and even that tasted delicious. Then I let it cool at room temperature for about an hour and put it into the fridge to harden. And as you can see, I didn't quite wait long enough for it to get hard enough to make it a lot easier to cut. So try to be patient and at least leave it in the fridge for 2 or 3 hours before cutting. And I did have to cut it in half because it was so thick, and I wanted the slices not to be super wide. And after cutting this batch, I put the rest into the fridge so that we could cut it when it was a little bit harder, and that, as you can see, worked out a lot better. So now it's all ready to fry up and get as crispy as you would like it. So here's the finished product, and as you guys can see, the marbling in this is pretty amazing. And we cut them as thin as we could, so these are actually like similar to pork bacon slices. I'm just gonna cook these up in the air fryer, and I'll do a taste test for you guys. I'm planning on doing another video where I compare the taste of the beef bacon with pan frying it on the stove, air frying it, and also baking it in the oven. So watch out for that. I'm just excited to eat this because, I mean, look at that marbling. So I just set the air fryer to 375, and then I just kept an eye on it until it got to the level of crispiness that I like. I definitely recommend staying close by because it cooks really fast and you do not want to burn your beef bacon, of course. So here's how they turned out. I think they look pretty good. All right, the moment of truth. Wow, it's really good. It has kind of a similar crisp to pork bacon, and it does have a little bit of the same sort of like texture and taste, but you can definitely tell that it's different, that it's beef. I'm definitely gonna give the beef bacon 2 thumbs up, and I hope that you guys try it too. Let me know if you try it in the comments, and I will link the place that I found it online below along with a coupon code. So if you guys can't find it locally, then you can order it online and make it yourself. Let me know if you make it and how it turns out. I plan to share a lot more carnivore diet recipes and tips and tricks on this channel, so be sure to subscribe and follow along, and I will look forward to seeing you guys next time.